Okay, so for this video, I'm going to be showing some very basic instructions on how to import, edit, and export a video in DaVinci Resolve. There's going to be a lot left out in this video in terms of what DaVinci can do, but this should get you started with creating your own videos. First thing you're going to see is this window, and you're just going to go down to New Project, and then go ahead and name your project, and then hit Create. Now we're going to go up to File, Import File, and then Import Media. I have all the clips I'm going to use in this folder here, so I'm just going to select everything I need and then hit open. So you may get this window that pops up that says that the clips have a different frame rate than that of the current project settings. In this case, our clips probably have a frame rate of 60 frames per second, whereas our project settings are set to a default 24 frames per second. By hitting change, it will change the frame rate in the project settings to match that of your video. So now we have all the files we're going to be using right here in this box, and we're just going to select the ones that we want and drag them down to the timeline. I'm just going to zoom out here so we can see everything. So you'll notice we'll have three different tracks here. The blue one's our video, the green one right below that is our audio, and then the one right below that, the big green one, that's our external audio. Since our external audio is higher quality than that of our camera audio, we're first going to have to sync the video and the audio recorded with the camera with our external audio. To sync, go ahead and select the tracks that you want to synchronize, and then go up to Master, right-click, Auto Sync Audio, and then Based on Waveform. Since our external mic was not connected to our camera, the audio is not going to be synchronized based on timecode, so that's why we selected Waveform. Unfortunately, this is not always effective, so in this case, we're going to have to synchronize manually. One thing I like to do when recording is to have the person go ahead and clap. That way you see on the audio large spikes in the waveform, and those are pretty easy to spot both on the external mic and on the default camera audio, and that will make it much easier to synchronize manually. Once you think you have it lined up, you can just go ahead and zoom on a specific area and then try to line up both the audio tracks to get them as close as possible.
The School of Natural Sciences.
Since you don't really hear any echoes, you can tell that the audio is pretty well synchronized. Since we have both audio tracks here, we can go ahead and show the difference between the external audio and that recorded from the camera.
The School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics at UT Dallas is where you built the foundation you needed to launch your career.
And now the external audio.
Natural Sciences and Mathematics at UT Dallas is where you built the foundation you need.
Okay, with the audio synchronized, we can go ahead and trim the edges and get rid of the camera audio that we no longer need. We'll just select the blade tool here and then just click on the areas that you want to cut. And then just delete those. And now delete the camera audio. Since this video has multiple takes, I'm just going to quickly comb through it and find the take that I like and delete the rest of the video. I have another clip and some more audio up here, and I'm just going to add those to the timeline and then go through the same process that I just went through. Okay, now that I got the audio for that synchronized and I got the take that I like, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do some transitions. A jump cut is a fine transition from one video to another, but I'm going to add something a little smoother to this one. So to find the transitions, you're just going to go up to Effects Library and then click Video Transitions. We're going to try a cross dissolve, and we're just going to place it right between the two clips.
That have carried you through a lifetime.
Now is your
A lifetime.
Now is your opportunity to give something
There's
back.
plenty of other transitions you can try as well, but I think for this one I'm going to stick with the cross dissolve. Okay, another good option here in the effects library are the titles. You just want to grab one of these title options and then drag it onto the top of one of your videos. Okay, so now that we're done with our video, we're going to go ahead and export it, which will change it from a project file into a video file like MP4. So we're just going to go down here and click on Deliver. So you're just going to go ahead and provide a file name and then a location. I'm just going to change the format type to MP4. And the codec can stay as H.264. I'm just going to add to render queue. And if you're done editing for the day, you can go ahead and start rendering. If it's a relatively short video like this, you'll have a video rendered in no time at all and saved to the folder that you selected.